If you're wanting to cultivate more inner peace in your daily life, stick around for this video until the end because I'm going to be giving you 3 different ways in which you can cultivate more inner peace in your daily life today. Hello, my name is Mike Pazorski and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to cultivate more inner peace in your daily life. I'm going to give you 3 techniques, 3 practices that you can use that are very effective, very direct, and you can take them on today and see results today by simply practicing what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So when it comes to spirituality, there are numerous ways in which to have spiritual experiences, to cultivate more inner peace. There isn't just one way. There are many paths to this type of thing, cultivating more inner peace, having a spiritual connection, and so on. And I've studied them. I've been through various different practices, and I found them all to be helpful. All brought a certain level of peace to my life, a certain level of healing to my life. But when I came across Eckhart Tolle and the power of now and practicing presence, it's something I really gravitated towards because I felt it to be something that was easy and simple and effective and direct. And I didn't need to do any rituals of anything like that. Not saying that's wrong. If you like doing that, great. But it's just a direct path to cultivating more inner peace. In essence, it's really about mindfulness. But the power of now, with Eckhart Tolle's teaching anyways, he's also talking about who you are beyond this personality and physical form. So he really incorporates understanding who you are beyond form while also practicing presence, mindfulness, coming into the now, giving your full attention to the task at hand. So I have found his teachings to be pretty effective within spirituality, and I want to talk about some of his work today in this video and how this can help you in your daily life. So I want to talk about is how do we do this? It's very simple, and I'll give you 3 ways in which you can do this today. The first one is give your full attention to the task at hand. Allow yourself to be fully engaged with what you're doing, whether it's you're typing something like in an email, or you're having dinner, or you're talking to your spouse, or you're going for a walk, or you're at the gym, or you're working with a client. Whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day basis, give your full attention to that. Because when you give your full attention to the task at hand, you really kind of take out past and future. You take out anything you're worrying about, or also dwelling on, or things that may have happened in the past, or things you might be worrying about in the future, or whatever. When you give your full attention to the task at hand, you become very, very present, which is why people love engaging into things that brings them joy and passion, because when they're doing the thing that they like to do, that's all they're just totally consumed with that thing. And they're not thinking about anything else. They're totally in the moment. They're in flow, which you've probably heard that term before, being in flow. And you can cultivate that more with everything that you're doing. It doesn't need to be the thing that you enjoy the most, although I encourage you that the thing you really enjoy doing, you should probably keep doing if it's bringing you joy and happiness. But you can experience more joy and happiness by washing dishes, or brushing your teeth, or washing your hands, or walking from the living room to the kitchen. It sounds strange, but when you give your full attention to whatever it is that you do during your day, you almost notice that there's a little bit of an enjoyment there. Even if you hate washing dishes, if you give your full attention to washing your dishes, you're going to experience a little bit of joy or happiness that you're actually kind of liking to do it, because you're no longer complaining about it, 1, and 2, you're not trying to get to the future. You're not trying to get these things done so fast. You're just being here. And it's amazing how many things you can enjoy throughout your day that you kind of dread doing or don't like doing, but actually start to enjoy doing by giving your full attention to it. Another benefit that can come from giving your full attention to the task at hand is that you're going to see better results in your life. The work that you do, whatever it is that you do, the relationships that you have, everything that you engage with will become enhanced. It will get better because you're giving your full attention to that. You're allowing yourself to stay focused, and when you give your attention to something and you're focused on something, it's going to have a better outcome than if you're kind of scattered, or you're not really focused, or you're talking to your spouse and someone's texting you and you're texting them back or whatever, or you're not paying attention to that person, or you're at work and you're distracted. So when we give our full attention to whatever it is that we're doing, we're going to get better results in our life. And what happens is that it brings us again to the present moment, into the now. And the more we practice coming into the present moment, the more at peace we're going to feel. The second practice I want to give you today is called inner body awareness. Again, this is taken from Eckhart Tolle in his teachings, but I found these to be really helpful. So I wanted to talk about them in this video today. But just placing your awareness in your hands, you can just simply do this. This is just a simple spiritual practice, a mindfulness practice that allows you to step out of thinking, step out of future and past, and into the now. And as I'm talking to you right now, I can also feel that presence, that energy permeating throughout my hands. And it's kind of meditative. It's just like a nice thing to do. And what you can start to do is practice this while doing what you're engaging in. So bringing together, giving your full attention to the task at hand and inner body awareness. So when you're reading a book or you're talking to your spouse, practice bringing your attention into the body. Practice giving your attention into the inner body awareness within. And see how things go from there. I guarantee you that you're going to be more intuitive, more creative, and you're going to make better decisions and say the better comment or remark when you're coming from a place of stillness, of intuition, which you get more intuition and creativity when you're kind of using this inner body awareness practice. And you're going to just be more in touch with the now by practicing this too, because again, this is bringing you to the present moment. It's allowing you to stay grounded in the now. So you can use the first one and the second one like together. And I would actually suggest doing that. It's not necessary, but it can be helpful. But this is just a practice you can come back to throughout the day. Things are getting hectic at work. Maybe you had an argument with your partner, or maybe you're stressed out about something. Give yourself a couple minutes to just place your awareness within your hands or your legs or your chest. And it takes you away from all of that, and it just brings you to a place of calmness just for a little while. And even if it's just for 1 minute, it's better than nothing. So don't think you have to do these practices like 6 times, 7 times a day, or you need to do it for an hour long. Once or twice a day, consistently, is better than nothing, and actually can add up to something. You can actually, when you start seeing results from this and it starts benefiting you, you might want to do it more. And you'll have this kind of in your spiritual toolbox, if you will, to come back to and to use when things are difficult or you're going through some challenge in your life. So inner body awareness, just placing your attention, feeling into the hands, your legs, your feet, whatever it may be. Use your body. It can be helpful in that way, and I would suggest giving that a shot too. And the third one is simply bringing your attention to your breath. The breath is a wonderful way to become more present. It's a portal into the present moment, and it's something that a lot of people who practice meditation use. It's been around for some time. Again, don't need to do it for an hour or 2 hours a day. Maybe 1 or 2 breaths in the morning, or when you're before you get in your car, or like when you sit down before you turn your car on, take a couple breaths maybe when you're in the shower. Have certain things that you do each day where you kind of bring this into that. So before you do it, take a breath and practice that. Do it a few times a day. See what happens. At least pick one thing, at the very minimum, pick one thing that you do on a regular basis and incorporate breathing either before or after you do this thing. So it can be when you're in the shower, when you're before you leave for work, when you get in your car. Pick something that you do regularly and incorporate a breathwork practice for just 10, 20 seconds, a couple of breaths, and you're going to notice that it's going to bring you to the now, to presence. And by doing this, by doing all three of these things and practicing these things in your daily life, one, you're going to have, now you will have a spiritual practice. And this can be very beneficial to cultivating more inner peace in your daily life, because that's ultimately, one of the big aims in spirituality is cultivating more happiness, more peace of mind in your daily life. So this is an effective, direct way to do that, and something that is very practical and easy to do. You don't need any rituals. You don't need anything except your mind and your attention. So take these on. This can be a beautiful way of living a spiritual life by just being mindful, by being present, by giving your full attention to the task at hand, coming to the breath every now and again, using the inner body awareness technique. These are beautiful and honestly sacred practices that should not be overlooked because they are very effective. And I highly suggest practicing them if you're new to spirituality, if you've been around in spirituality for a decade or more. This is for advanced and beginners. It's something that can be used and practiced daily, and I encourage you that you do that. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.